brings back great memories, this 2,400 metre start, doesn't it, in late October or the middle of October every year. A fascinating race. I mean, it's not star-studded in many ways, but a lot of these horses have a big CV. It's just that not probably at the peak of their powers.
No, probably not, but it gives Luntsies an opportunity to get back into the winner's stall. Then you can make a case for Varon Declare as well after his solid performance. As you mentioned, he's not going to get back to where he was, but he's certainly working up to winning again. Persan has been placed to effect. I think that Desert Icon's got a terrific chance. I know he's been up for a long time, but I never underestimate Chris Waller keeping his horses in work. That suggests to me that he's still going well and he thinks he can still win this race.
Well, Chris's gang tackled. Well, the market mover worked for us last time, Nick, from Sportsbet. Who have you got here?
Unfortunately, not the same price this time, Bruce. Luntsies will be your market mover at $3.20. A little bit of specking from one of the price. Chapata, the 5.
Okay, so by all reports, Chapata's going really well. People, as the stable's certainly talking about that, and Bruce trained by the right man at the moment in Mike Moroney. If Sound can't get 3 in a row, I reckon he'd be really pleased for Chapata to turn back the clock in many ways.
It's an intriguing race. I mean, Luntsies, I think, is the obvious one. You just feel the upsides there, and Lizzie's talked about that. I think we all believe that he's the rightful favourite. We see Desert Icon there. They're just going to get him into the stalls. There'll be some real emotion here if Sound wins, some real emotion if Varon Declare wins. I think we're in for something special, don't you?
I agree with that, and I don't like the way that the European horses have to change their name when they arrive here. But on this occasion, I'm so glad because he's perfectly named. His name is Sound. He used to be known as Sound Check, and he has been just brilliant.
Absolutely. Here's Matty Hill for the Zipping Classic.
They are ready. Gates cleared, and they're racing. Great House towards the outside, jumped away pretty well. Luntsies out quickly with also Desert Icon and also Persan, and Varon Declare's not too far away on the inside. Luntsies looking for the sit and will get it. Then Kukaracha, Dark Dream, well back Chapata. Second last Sound, and Great House is last in the Zipping Classic past the judge. Persan presses on the outside of Desert Icon, and they stretch out the field fractionally, 2 lengths to Varon Declare, and then Dark Dream and Luntsies, who spots the pace 6 lengths in these early stages of the race. A couple of lengths to Kukaracha, who sits the outside of Chapata, and then came Sound, the dual winner of the race, and Great House is at the back of the field. 1,700 metres to run. Persan strides out clear by 2 lengths Desert Icon. A length and 3/4 Varon Declare in third outside of Dark Dream. A length and 1/4 Luntsies, and then came Kukaracha, who sits outside of Chapata. Sound is second last, and Great House is at the end of the field. Persan for Harry Coffey climbs the hill at the 1,400 metres and just striding out for fun at the moment by 2.5 to 3 lengths Desert Icon. 2 further back is Varon Declare, Dark Dream, and then came Luntsies. Next is Kukaracha outside of Chapata, and then Sound, and Great House is at the end of the field. So Persan appears to be enjoying himself at the moment and led the field off the back section, and the speed's not too bad by about 3 lengths to Desert Icon, 2 lengths Varon Declare, Dark Dream next on the inside of Luntsies. Further back is Kukaracha, given a reminder outside of Chapata. Sound would spot the lead about 8, and 4 lengths to Great House. 800 metres to run. Persan led by a length and 1/4. Desert Icon and Varon Declare getting closer now. 2 further back to Luntsies, who tracked up well. Dark Dream the inside, Kukaracha under pressure. Further back Chapata, Sound still second last, 6 off them. Great House last. Persan now joined by Desert Icon and Varon Declare at the 400 metres. Luntsies behind those. 2 further back to Dark Dream around the turn in the Zipping Classic. Desert Icon full bore grabbed by Varon Declare. Outside, Persan battles on, then Dark Dream. 200 to go. Varon Declare led Persan, then Luntsies. Varon Declare, the 2019 Cup winner, led a length Persan, Luntsies, and Varon Declare turns back the clock. Varon Declare won the Zipping Classic, a length and 1/4 Luntsies, and Persan a long gap Dark Dream. Next Sound in company with Desert Icon, Kukaracha, Great House, and the last one to clock in was Chapata.
Well, he has turned the clock back, absolutely. I reckon after the Caulfield Cup, if this had been his next run, he would have been Luntsies' price and maybe a bit shorter. That's great stuff. A change of gear so late. He joins a rare group that have won a Melbourne Cup and then come back. They're good horses that have done all of that. Light Fingers comes to mind, American comes to mind. He was strong late. Luncey's had every chance.
Every possible chance, and he's done it 3 years after he's won a Melbourne Cup. Think about what Danny O'Brien and his team have done with this horse. So they had a crack at the Melbourne Cup again after winning in 2019. He was disappointing there. He's had injury after injury. They've looked after him like he's a member of the family. They've nursed him back to health and fitness. He had a crack at the Cup stubbles. He ran really well, and now he wins a $750,000 Group 2. It's a great story.
The legend grows. Lizzie's now won $6.6 million, but to think a Melbourne Cup, a Zipping Classic, and runner-up in a Caulfield Cup, it's not bad.
It's not bad at all, and it must be such a satisfying performance for his connections and for Danny O'Brien and his team, because as Richo mentioned, they've really nursed this guy back to his full fitness, and it's really difficult to get horses that are stayers back to their full fitness and their full capability after they've had tendon injuries. But his Barwon Heads property has given him that opportunity to get him back to this winning move today. And as you mentioned, Luncey's had every chance, so did Persan up on speed. It's Vow and Declare's day.
It is his day. I don't think there's an excuse for any horse in the race. Harry Coffey actually set the race up well. He gave his own horse every chance, and in doing so, he basically gave every horse a chance.
That's right. Well, he made it a steady gallop, and this is often an argument in Australian staying races where they drop the tempo out of the race and it becomes a sit and sprint. But, a horse like Persan, that's his best chance. Make it a real staying test, and he did that.
So Vow and Declare wins. He's only a 7-year-old. Well, in the next
Johnny Allen
in
on
Sydney,
stayers.
we've got a 9-year-old. Yeah, Johnny Allen on stayers. We've got a 9-year-old who hasn't raced for nearly 2 years. He has a remarkable CV. His passport's interesting in its own right. He's been to a lot of places. Sunshine Rise.
the old